Oakland A's UK. Oakland A's UK.
Hello and welcome to episode 18 of the Oakland A's UK podcast. We're recording on Tuesday, September 22nd. In fact, just after the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has addressed the nation about another 6 months of lockdown misery. However, we're not worrying about that. Instead, we are having a booze-filled, blissful ignorance of an evening, celebrating the success of our beloved Oakland A's. We are now officially the unofficial UK fans podcasting home of the 2020 American League West Division Champions.
Woo!
Okay, Mark saved the day there. It didn't work very well on you there.
Oh, sorry.
Well done, Mark.
Microphone in the wrong place.
The champagne cork's going. Cheers to you all.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
We did it.
We did it. I should point out that I've actually just
Mark
got
Carner
water.
did it.
I am designated driver today, so I am the one staying sober and on H2O today.
Good on you, Matt.
As always, guiding us through with the detail and, yeah.
Yes,
Making sure we get home okay.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah. Yeah, we've got that's a good point, actually. Do we have to finish at 10 o'clock today? Just to comply with all guidelines. No fun after 10 o'clock.
Last order's at 9, I think.
We're safely socially distanced in our own homes. I think we can carry on.
We're quite well socially distanced. Okay, so we're going to have to wait until the end of the postseason before we come back on his predictions. Is that now set in stone, Dom?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Well, we'll be playing for another month yet.
Well, that's very true. Good point. Well said. The voice of reason, Dom Clark, always and forever. On Saturday, we had an A's watch party. It was a few beers being sunk, and it was deja vu all over again. We won the second game 6-0 the great, the Messiah, Jesus Lozado. Absolutely wonderful 6 scoreless innings. Lineup scored 5 runs in the 7th inning. He was a man with a 2-run shot. It wasn't Mark Canna. It was our new favourite, Dom.
It was Jake Lamb. Na, 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 Jake Lamb.
There we go. Jake Lamb.
If our listeners haven't already seen it, you should scroll back through our Twitter to see the Oakland 68's response and song that they made up for Jake Lamb to the tune of Hey Jude. It's sublime.
They've done the full thing. Brilliant stuff by them. And the other thing we have learned over this past weekend is that the way Zoom works, there is a bit of a lag when you are, different people are trying to sing. So trying to do it in time is a little bit difficult, but we muddled through on Saturday night. And I think a few of the guests on that Zoom stream, Mark, were a little bit confused as to what was going on, but you seemed to enjoy it.
It was quite interesting watching a few of them. I think because obviously whoever was streaming, I think it was Dom mainly streaming it once. It was
Yes,
it was fine. Right? It was just close your eyes and listen, and that worked better. I found.
Yes. And so it all set it up perfectly for Sunday. We had the champagne on ice. We were ready to roll. A 9 start in the UK. Getting ready to sweep up those loser Giants for the second time in the season. 6-0, clinching our American League West Division title. And it all went to pot, Hannah.
Oh. It was, yeah. I'm going to say it was probably something to do with the fact that we'd been up until quite late the previous night. I don't think that helped. Followed by the fact that the Astros were losing 2-0 and then they weren't losing anymore because that blooming George Springer got an inside the park home run and then got another home run. So by about 9:30, I think it was quite flat. And then, of course, the Giants came to bat, and from somewhere they got quite a number of runs in one inning, and it wasn't the Sunday we'd hoped for. Let's say that.
It wasn't. So yes, the Giants went on to win 14-2. I can't remember what the score was when I turned off. I think it was 6-0, wasn't it, Hannah? We both.
It was, yeah.
We both
Yeah,
got
we
a
both
bit angry
turned
and
them.
just.
Yeah,
closed off
the
at
Grand
11.
Slam, I think we were. That was it.
Yes. Now, I don't know if you saw it, Hannah, but I put a little blog on our website, oaklandauk.com, yesterday night, which I didn't put this on the blog, but it could have had a subtitle of trying to convince Hannah that Mike Minor isn't total shit. Because I was looking back at the game, looking back at the pitching charts, and trying to work out what happened there. What are your views on Mike Minor in 5 words or less?
Waste of time and effort.
Okay, fair enough. Dom? Yeah, Dom's looking a bit. Is that a bit harsh? Do you think, Dom?
I was just saying that's a bit harsh from Hannah. I thought Mike Minor played pretty well. You get 7 strikeouts, maybe more.
He
I
got
can't
8
remember.
strikeouts.
Just one more strikeout than the 6 earned runs he gave up.
The A's therefore lead the West by 6.5 games, so cannot be caught. 33 wins, 20 losses. The first team in Major League Baseball to clinch the division this year. The Dodgers clinched their playoff spot first, but we're the first team to clinch the division. It's the first American League West we've won since back-to-back titles in 2012 and 2013. It ends a 3-year period of dominance by the Astros. Any respectful words for the achievement of the Astros 3-year run? No, didn't think so. Fair enough. First straight year for the A's getting into the playoffs. Great achievement, Dom, for us. You know, look at our payroll. Look at what we're up against. 3 years in the playoffs. Brilliant job by Bob Melvin and everyone else at the team.
Incredible. I mean, we're being outspent by every other team in our division, right?
By quite a long way. Yep.
Yeah. So, and we won it by quite a long way. So, yeah, incredible. It's weird though, isn't it? How the Astros can't hit when they don't know what the pitches are.
Yeah, it's really surprising, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know. And obviously this year probably would have been a nightmare for them anyway, because even if they hadn't got caught, you can't go banging trash cans when there's no fans in the stadium, can you?
That would have been hilarious if they got caught out because of the. No.
Then we'd all have been thanking COVID, not cursing it.
Well, that's true, yeah. The man who we were particularly worried about, and you just mentioned him, Don, was AJ Puck. Cut all his hair off, which seemed like a dodgy move to start with. Tempted fate too much, has undergone shoulder surgery, but thankfully, it seems like it's not as bad as first feared. We've had issues in the past with shoulder procedures. It's a very complex joint in the body. It can be really bad news for a pitcher, but the guy, what was he called? Dr. Neil L. Atrache. Is that how you pronounce it, Hannah?
Yes.
El Atrache has been able to attach Mengden's shoulder to the rest of his arm in a nice way, perhaps.
Hey.
There we go.
There's a song in that, Matt. There's a song in that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll have to work that one up. So he performed a procedure. It involved, listen to this, a debridement of Puck's labrum and rotator cuff, and also cleaned out bursitis that had developed in the area. Any ideas on what that is, Mark, by any chance? You're not a doctor, are you?
No, and I must admit, I did not understand half the words you threw out there, Matt, I'll be honest.
Neither did I.
Debridement means separating his labrum, don't know what that is, and rotator cuff, which is the bit that goes across the bit that the ball of your shoulder. And bursitis is a swelling and like build-up of crappy material. You can get that in your knee, and that's how I know about it.
I would have felt completely put out then, but for the fact I could see you looking at Google.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not looking at Google. I was looking at Matt's notes.
It's nice to see you've done some research there, Dom.
Look at me lifting the curtain on the podcast again.
I think the thing with Pindu, we were very disappointed about the timing of his injury because Matt Chapman had just gone down and it looked like it would finally be an opportunity for him to get some playing time. But that would have been at third base. And Dom, the way Jake Lamb has been playing, I mean, Pinder probably wouldn't have got into the team anyway, to be fair.
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Jake Lamb. Yeah. Jake Lamb's been superb. He's been a tremendous signing.
Yes. The D-backs.
Alongside
DFA
Listella. Let's hope that we can keep those two.
Oh, let's not get ourselves.
You want to keep Jake Lamb when your favourite and your hero is Matt Chapman.
Yeah,
Well,
what
it's
are you gonna
tremendous to have. It's tremendous to have options.
Okay.
do? Yes, that's very true. Where's he going to play? So we're going to drop Mark Cannon. That's essentially what you're saying, because obviously,
No,
you know, you've got your left field, centre field, right field. So that means Mark Cannon would be the DH, but that's going to mean obviously Jake Lamb's going to have to be the DH. So it looks like Cannon's going to have to go. I
no. Jake
think.
Lamb could go out into the outfield.
Canna canned.
Stop trying to make up a song about Kana getting dropped to you.
So that you don't have to use a bullpen. I guess that's the one thing with this, Hannah, that, you know, Mengden could have done that role and we need someone else to step up in his place, really. Maybe the wonderful Mike Minor could step up and do the job.
Well, I think he owes it to himself and to the team to really step up and on that role, I think. No, I think all jokes aside, and I do just want to make it clear that I don't, you know, hate the guy. I do appreciate his efforts. I know that he had one shutout game.
He did. He shut out the Mariners, I guess. So he, you know, 7 innings shut out baseball. If he can do that again, great stuff.
Yeah. I think for the most part, I was just a bit cranky on Sunday because it hadn't gone to plan. So he bore the brunt of my frustrations. But yes, it would have been nice to have Mengden. But as you mentioned before, we have the likes of Weems who can come in and pitch quite a few innings. So
Weems can come true, Hannah. Weems can.
Oh, Matt, that's the song. Weems can come
Just
true.
off the top of my head, I don't know how I think them up. Straight off the top of my head, don't know how I think them up.
I think I set it up for you. I think that's what happened.
Okay,
and
yeah.
then
Do you want
a
a co-writing song credit there?
Yes, please.
Songwriting credit. Okay.
Diekman's good, but Weems will get at you. He throws too hot to handle. Go on, Matt, finish it off.
Yeah, I need a bit of work. Well, I have to do the eye patch thing in the video. Gabrielle had an eye patch, didn't she?
Yes, yeah, I'm catching up.
Because she had a lazy eye or something like that, so she had an eye patch. I don't know if I need to use. Maybe I'll put an eye patch on Jordan Weems's face in the video. That'll confuse the Americans, won't it?
This will definitely confuse any American listeners who've made it this far.
Well, I always try my best with that. So there we go. Weems can come true. Coming to a YouTube video soon.
Okay, Matt.
Yeah, I think book some time off for the wild card and then book some time off for the World Series because we know we'll be sorted. Will be a clear passage. Hannah is laughing, but they are. It's a smile of sincere joy and confidence. Is that right, Hannah?
No, it is. I think it's so ingrained in my head now that this is going to happen that I've skipped the wild card. I'm already thinking about how good it will be to play the Dodgers in Dodger Stadium this week because that's where the bubble will be. So that's where I'm thinking now. Oh, we've got practice. We can get a feel of the park and where we can hit home runs and you know all this kind of that's where I am. I'm not even wild card's not even.
Well, isn't the World Series at the egregious waste of Public Funds Park, where we've played several times?
We need the division series and the championship series and.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you, Hannah.
I know what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to win the World Series there. The fire-breathing giant snail is going to come in and it's going to set fire to the ballpark and burn it down.
And they'll have a backup ballpark because they've got one that's less than 20 years old across the road. And
we'll say, look, you should have never built it in the first bloody place. We've done you a favour. Sorted, Mark, don't you think?
Absolutely. I'm loving the whole that one of us has just gone. I'm not even bothered about these bits. One of us is kind of thinking, actually, no, we'll just burn it down just to prove the point. And brilliant.